I've been using the same keyboard for 10 years straight. I think it's about time for an upgrade. Wooting sent me their ADHE keyboard to try out, and spoiler alert, it is incredible. But first, we've got to take this thing out of the box. I've decided that the best way to go about this video is to show you guys how the ADHE is an improvement over my previous keyboard so that you can decide if upgrading is worth it for you. The ADHE is insanely customizable and can be customized entirely through the web app, meaning you can customize it on any computer you plug it into without needing to download any software. I could sit here and talk about the switches and build quality, but the real reason you probably clicked on this video is to answer the question, does having this keyboard make you better at Minecraft? And in my case, the answer is a resounding yes. To clarify, this video is not sponsored, but I truly became better at the game immediately after getting this keyboard. And the reasons why can be broken down into 3 specific categories: response time, optimizations, and special features. Put simply, the ADHE registers key presses much quicker than my previous keyboard did, and this response time is made even more insane by some of the included features, one of which is the ability to adjust the actuation point of a key, which is how far you have to press the key down for your computer to register it. Because the Wootility web app allows you to adjust the actuation point of each key individually, that means that I can make my W key register after being pressed down only 0.1 millimeter for the fastest response time, but keep my E key at 2 millimeters so I don't accidentally open my inventory. By giving my spacebar a very low actuation point, I've been able to start hitting jump resets in game. If you press jump at the same time you get hit, you take almost no backwards knockback, but if you mess up the timing, you could end up taking way more knockback than usual. It's pretty hard to press jump right as you get hit, but now that my spacebar will activate at a very low depth, I've been able to get them more consistently. Making your important keys activate at 0.1 millimeters is already amazing, but the next optimization takes the key response to another level entirely. Really quick though, I want to ask you to subscribe to my channel. We're on the last stretch to 30,000 subscribers to get YouTube rank on Hypixel, which has always been my ultimate goal. No pressure now though, feel free to finish the video and then decide whether or not I'm worth your sub afterwards. But back to this unreal feature, which is called Rapid Trigger. The Rapid Trigger option will change your reset point on the fly, meaning you don't have to wait for the key to come back up for it to stop being activated. Think about it like this. You start pressing down your movement key and it registers almost instantly at the 0.1 millimeter depth. You continue pressing it all the way down and run forward, and then you want to stop. You start releasing the key and it deactivates immediately, even though the key itself is still pressed most of the way down. Rapid Trigger eliminates the need to lift all the way off of the key to deactivate it without stopping you from having the lowest actuation point possible. Put simply, the keyboard predicts that you're trying to release the key and deactivates it before you can even finish the movement, massively increasing response time. This means that you get the fastest response time for both pressing and releasing a key, and I saw results from this upgrade immediately. One massive improvement I noticed was in my ninja bridging. With close to 0 delay on my shift key, I can now shift and unshift exactly when I want to, allowing me to both go faster and fall less often. Another huge area of improvement was in parkour, as I can now jump right at the edge of the block since I don't have to account for the input delay that I did earlier. Because Rapid Trigger predicts that you're trying to lift off of a key, I can now W tap without lifting the key all the way up. I can instead let it up just a little bit and then immediately press it back down, and the keyboard will recognize that as deactivating and repressing the key, allowing for much faster sprint resets. This all sounds awesome, but there's one more special feature that's so powerful some games consider it an unfair advantage. I'm talking about Snappy Tappy, or SOCD. Put simply, Snappy Tappy can link 2 keys together and make it so only one of them can be activated at a time. You know how in Minecraft, if you press A and D at the same time, you don't go anywhere? With Snappy Tappy enabled on those 2 keys, only one can possibly be activated at any given time. Since I have it set to prioritize the key that was pressed last, I can hold D and then hold A and I'll start moving to the left even though I never released the D key. If you're trying to strafe back and forth normally, there will probably be some overlap between the two keys where they're both pressed down or neither of them are. SOCD eliminates this completely, allowing you to strafe left one frame and then switch to strafing right in the very next frame. You can probably guess why some games consider this unfair. It gives you perfect strafe timing even if your key presses aren't perfect. For Minecraft, I tried using SOCD for both A and D and W and S, and the results were pretty insane. Having A and D paired makes it so that my strafes are less predictable and I'm sometimes able to dodge my opponent's first hit completely, essentially winning me the fight. Having W and S paired means I can S-tap perfectly, allowing me to stay very close to 3 blocks away and also time my taps accurately, thus keeping my opponent in the combo. SOCD also prevents me from ever stalling my movement during these S-tap combos as the keys can't be activated simultaneously. Another great perk of SOCD is that I can perform super accurate jukes simply by sprint jumping right on the edge of a block and then holding S, going from 100 to 0 forward momentum and baiting my opponent into jumping down. Together, all of these features essentially make it so that you can move how you want to move as fast as possible and without being physically limited by the keyboard. This is obviously awesome for 1.8, the version of Minecraft that I play, but it's actually even more helpful in modern versions. In 1.8, everyone is spam clicking, so dodging someone's hit isn't all that powerful as they'll probably just hit you again a few frames later. In 1.21, however, dodging someone's hit is super powerful because then they have to wait for it to charge up again. I've only played 1.21 like 5 times ever, yet I was still able to win most of my fights thanks to my strafing and S-tap spacing. Now I'm going to show you the keyboard in action in a game of Hypixel Bedwars and then come back with my final thoughts.
Let's go. He's wooting.
I'm wooting. Like my goat fruit berries. I'm gonna go.
Why do you always bring Daya instead of the guy?
We don't know if we're chill with them yet. You could fireball that guy, that would have been a devious play.
I'm gonna go over to Aqua, they also built the mid.
Yep.
Let's try to be fast as speed bridge and I used to double click for it. I just yeah, I'm dead. Never mind, I'm not dead. He will jump for me, right? Should I have done that? The Naruto fan too, oh my god. My blocks disappeared. 2.94 though.
That's exactly how everything goes nowadays. My blocks disappeared. What a hit though. Like, why did I do that?
Why questioning? You just did it. You're chilling. Yellow's on us too, it's fine. Oh, okay. Once yellow dies, I'm gonna push Aqua. Aqua can deal with yellow till then. Ooh, I love my hit rate, dude. It's so nice. Come on, let me get the clip over. Thank you. The ops are down, Banjee. The ops are dead. Do I push yellow or do I get dials? I'm gonna get dials, dude.
Red is? Wait, where are you? Where are you? Where are you?
Our base.
It's okay, we're chilling, we're chilling. He's not even going there.
Can I get armor now? Yeah,
dude, what? I'm operating at a higher brainwave frequency than the other games.
I green collected the M's by the way. The red's gone to yellow. Nice. I'm getting the other M's. Red's gone. Okay, no one's left now. Except yellow. Okay.
There's a red somewhere. I'm coming back to your side of the map. I'll chase this red guy.
Back to base. There's 6 M's in com. Other yellow's on us. He's gonna fire our bed. What's the point? Coward. He fell. He walked off because he fell. You're gonna kill him over there now, by the way, since he's gonna respawn with nothing.
Unfortunately, one drawback of having all these optimizations is that when bridging, if my pointer finger lifts up even the tiniest amount off of the D key, Rapid Trigger will think I'm trying to release it and deactivate the key, which usually makes me fall into the void. Since this is a skill issue, I'm currently trying to train myself to hold the D key more firmly so that I can keep Rapid Trigger on. With so many features in play, it can be pretty hard to remember what you want on and off for certain games. But Wootility allows you to make and customize profiles for your keyboard, meaning you only have to set up your optimal settings one time for each game and then easily switch between them to load the correct settings for the game you want to play. I currently have two profiles, one for normal computer use and one for Minecraft, but this keyboard will probably improve your gameplay in many other games as well, anything that involves movement or timing. The base version of the ADHE does have a $200 price tag, but everything I've talked about in this video is included, and the keyboard honestly has way more potential than I'm able to draw out. Basically everything is customizable, and there's even more features and options than the ones I covered in this video, so you might be able to get even more out of this keyboard than I have. I hope this review could help some of you out, and if it did, please subscribe to my channel. My ultimate goal on YouTube has always been 30,000 subscribers, and we're getting so close. I would be elated if we could hit it before the end of the summer, and with that, I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you in the next one.